War horse. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which had flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV, but now with his son Wenceslas taking over, things are a little bit different. That's Kingdom Come Deliverance. Awesome towns indeed. It looks like that's my hometown.
Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick
Exactly.
clout round the ear should do it.
Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
I like her voice, it sounds so British. Good though.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
By means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you will select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry. All characteristics can be further developed without limitations. We were chatting in the tavern. This would increase speech. I was dancing. It would increase agility. I was with Bianca. Vitality. I was working in the forged strength. I'm going to increase speech because obviously we'll have to chat quite a bit. So we were chatting in the tavern.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world and, well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Why would I be interested in sword fighting? Matthias was teaching me archery. I was with Bianca. What does it matter? I'm going to increase my speech
You
further.
think he's teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here. I'm not lying to you, Ma.
All right, then, if you say so. I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Have my friends been here? I'm hungry. Is Pa angry at me? Do you need help? First of all, let's ask her if she needs help.
Do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Alright, is Pa angry at me?
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
I'm hungry.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Have my friends been here?
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Oh, leave it be, Mother. You're misjudging them. My friends aren't drunk. I don't want to talk about that. Oh, leave it be, Mother. You're misjudging them.
It's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
I was with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Yeah, of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
Let's end the dialogue right now. So, first things first, you move around with WASD. You can also sprint left, shift, jump space, and walk cap left. You can interact with the world using E, you can talk to people, collect things, open boxes. Good to know that, no doubts about it. It looks like the soup or something here is boiling. And that looks probably like one of the better houses at that time, and as you can see, people certainly considered luxury a very different thing than today. This was probably be an over 9,000, a extreme, unthinkable, without limits poverty where most likely the parents would not even be allowed to raise their children in 2018 in countries
I feel quite hungry.
that, for example, are based in the Western world like Europe and so on. However, in here this is awesome because people are warm and people can close their windows. Obviously they'll be closing with these wooden planks. They have a lot of cups and plates to store food and our boxes here. Everything has to be handmade. Let's not forget about it, that there were no factories churning out tens of thousands of pieces every day, but they all had to be made by hand. And look at this house right here. It's so built so beautifully. So that's that. So let's pick up the food now, and
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
we'll certainly need to get some food. So I'm going to pick everything that's here, and everything that I can pick up. Because everything, I'm sure, costs a lot of money. Let's sit down here. I think from this I can oh yeah, look at that. I can't pick up the apple while I'm sitting.
I feel quite hungry.
And the character is thinking about food. Now let's take a look right here. So what do we have? Melee weapon 0, range weapon 0, head armor 0, body armor 2, and that's due to this. And armor pretty much represents all the clothes that he's wearing. Armor 0, leg plate 2, so the boots right here. As you can see, even without the boots he would still have leg plate, but without trousers he would not. So this is how he would look like if he has no clothes whatsoever. Now let's probably keep it like that. For now, health 9999, that's because he's the most powerful being Bohemia has ever seen so far. Energy 100, not sure exactly what that stands for just yet, how it's currently working out, but we'll find out. Nourishment 39, so I assume that it has to be 100, so that's nourishment right here, a little plate that says I'm really hungry. And let's go to food section right here and pick an apple. We can eat it with the E, or so I thought. It looks like I can't eat it just yet. Probably I have to go outside. Visibility 50, corn speak, I'm not sure what's that. It's 50, noise 0, strength 1, agility 1, vitality 1. So actually I'm very young guy here, as you can see. Not big of a deal. So interesting here, because it says a helmet here and an outer garment here, so probably the helmet goes on the outer garment. Body plate here, I'm not sure. Coif, I think coif should go as an outer garment underneath the helmet. We'll find out. In any case, let's take a look further on. What do we have here? Other quest items, food, armor, weapons. Okay, I still can't eat. Before I'll do anything else, let's find out how we can eat first. Onions, carrots, it looks like that. Is that, oh, look at that, apples. I have 15 apples here. Oh wow. No, that wasn't 15 apples. I think it's just a number here. Or maybe it's 15 apples. Look at that, all the other food is kind of gone. And no, it's not gone. I still can't eat. You hear that sound, brr, that pretty much means that the order has been cancelled. In any case, maybe there is just a specific amount of food that can actually be used. Let's have a chat with her.
What do you need, son?
It looks like there's nothing else for me to say. And look at that, she's even making more food. That's how their house looks like right here. Not bad at all. And the father is a blacksmith, as you know, so that works. So let's move on to the map first, and obviously, look at that. We are at a Skalitz, city of Skalitz. As you can see, that's a walled settlement on a cliff, so it's kind of built here for defensive purposes. And fog of war out here, or lack of knowledge, is kind of making things very difficult for us here. Alright, I think that's a fast travel location. In any case, now let's move on to the inventory here and see if we can eat bread roll. It looks like, oh wow, look at that. I pressed E, it didn't work, but if I double clicked, it worked. Nourishment went up by a little bit. And that's pretty much it. And I bet that it's due to the fact that I wasn't as hungry as I thought. And it just simply increases my health by a lot more than I thought. Those apples that I picked up in the supply room do not exist. And I don't really have anything else yet. Let's move on and have a chat with the father now. Let's take a look around first. What does he have here? If you want to sneak in somewhere, make sure no one sees you or hears you. Whether you're seen or not depends on the light, your posture, that's C key, and your clothing. Whether they hear you depends. Okay, wasn't able to read this through, unfortunately. So he's a blacksmith, as you can see, and he makes bits and pieces for the town here. Obviously, that makes him rich compared to others, because undoubtedly he's making a very unique set of stuff that he just cannot be made up out of thin air.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. You can simply use speech, which however is influenced by the reputation you have at the moment with the person you're talking to. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference to how people respond to you. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you and will also be more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced mainly by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment. But other things are also taken into account, such as bloodstains on your clothes. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree on a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping, sea trade, and haggling. In special cases, you can try any of the Henry's other skills, for example, horsemanship. It's not only the manner of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what Henry is going to say. But the different approaches work on different people. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. That's because Henry's abilities aren't simply assigned to a universal value, but compared with the abilities of his counterpart. You can see the values of the various abilities in the game under their corresponding icons.